Hello, everyone. So I wanted to take a few moments just to briefly talk about how I passed my real estate exam, my North Carolina real estate exam on my second try. So I'm going to try to do this as brief and quick as possible. If I go off on a tangent, feel free to fast forward. That's absolutely fine. So yes, first things first, go to ncrec.gov for your pre-licensing course. You want to make sure you take a accredited course. All you have to do is go to menu, select licensing. You're going to get some drop-down options. Once you get those drop-down options, you're going to select apply for licensing. Now, you're going to see a small video and 6 steps on obtaining your licensing in North Carolina for real estate. But underneath that is where you're going to find your accredited school. So under additional information, you're going to see 4 bullet points. It's going to read a current list of commission certified education providers. Now, where it says a current list, it should be a hyperlink on that list, that word list, and it's going to take you to a different page. Now, that different page is going to have your course syllabus on there, and it's also going to give you a section where you can enter your city and also your county, and after that it's just going to give you a list of accredited courses. You want to make sure you do not waste 75 hours of your time. Make sure it's credited. Now, your second step is make sure you have your materials. Once you find your school, you go on their website. The school is usually around $500, including materials as well. Now, the materials that I received, this is my second time taking the course. The first time I took it was 2019, and the second time was 2022. But make sure you have the right materials, because the second time I took my class, it was the same exact materials from 2019. The book was outdated. I had to restudy everything again in 2 weeks to be ready for my second exam to pass it, but luckily I passed it. The credited books, there's actually a place on ncrec.gov that shows you what textbooks are approved by the commissioner, what pre-licensing textbooks are approved by the commissioner, and I'm going to show you that as well. The textbooks are the Modern Real Estate Practices North Carolina 9th edition, and also the North Carolina Real Estate Principles and Practices 7th edition. You should have either one of those textbooks. In that textbook, you're going to have to read some of the contracts. You need to read those to pass. The appendixes, everything has been updated due to the pandemic. So you don't want to have outdated stuff. You can always go on Amazon. I want to say the course book is maybe $40, and that will probably save you a few dollars with signing up for your class itself. Now, once you get your studying done, you're going to be all ready to take your test, your school test. You're going to have 3 tests. First one is going to be your school test. The second one is going to be your national exam. The third is going to be your state. So this is just going to be for your school exam. Now, unfortunately, we could not take our school exam at the school itself. We had to take it online, and I actually had a lot of hiccups. I didn't have anywhere to take it at home, and I also didn't have a laptop. So I bought a laptop. Make sure your laptop is compatible with the national and state, so no Chromebooks or anything like that. Also, I used the public library, which is where I'm at now. This is also where I passed my school national and state exam as well. They have very small, intimate, quiet rooms that you can actually reserve and take your test. So now that you passed your school exam, you get a certificate of completion. Now, that certificate of completion is needed in order for you to sign up for your PSI exam. Your PSI exam is where your national and state is going to be. Once you get to your national and state, I want to say it's $150. The test itself is, I think, 3 hours. I can't really remember. I did pass on May of 2022. So it was pretty recent. So with my national, I actually passed on the first try. I used CompuCram for $100, Prep Agent, 2 apps, which is going to be Dearborn and also Real Estate for Dummies, which is going to be up there. and also Travis Everett. If you use those four, I'm telling you, you are going to pass with flying colors. I took the national exam so quickly, like it was crazy. But the state was the most difficult test I've taken, probably thus far, on top of the mortgage loan officer test as well. So the MLO test and the state test is very, very similar. The only thing is the state test is shorter. With your state test, your crown and jewel is going to be your license, law, rules, and comments. I read it 3 or 4 times. I failed the state test the first time, and I passed it on the second time. I read the license, law, rules, and comments literally 2 hours before my test. Like, I was sitting in the room and I was reading that from top to bottom to the point where I was tired of reading it. I think I even closed it at one point. What goes hand in hand with this is actually a YouTube video that I found. Y'all, this YouTube video is stellar. On top of Travis Everett, he's gonna break it down to you as well. And it is new, fresh content that Travis Everett is posting. So make sure you subscribe to him as well. There's a young lady named Elisa. She has a channel called Learn Real Estate with Elisa. She gives it to you. 30-minute content. I want to say maybe longer than 30 minutes. I don't know. I can't remember. But I used to break it down so much. She tells you everything you need to know to pass the state exam. So that, on top of license, law, rules, and comments, reading your contracts, you have to read your contracts. And Elisa talks about all this in her videos. That's everything that I used for my real estate exam, my North Carolina real estate exam. You got this. Don't be intimidated. If you've been trying forever, you got this. I hope this helps. I know this is going to help. Again, I'm going to put the link for Perp Agent. I'm also going to put the link for Travis Everett. I'm going to put the link from Learning with Elisa, Learning Real Estate with Elisa. And I'm also going to put CompuCram just to be safe if that's something that you want. But yeah, just stay focused, grind it out. It doesn't take long at all. You'll be good to go in no time. And let me know how it goes.